Going on, good people? Mr. Meyer with the fire here to take the collective vibe higher. Mars Day with Mark 96. This is the astrology of the week for the week of April 8th to the 15th. Short and sweet, couple points to hit. This week we have a full moon coming up in the sign of Libra. We've got the sun making conjunctions with Chiron and Eris. We've got Venus retrograde ending. Venus is conjunct with Saturn, and we've also got the Black Moon Lilith applying to a square with Pluto. And Mars is finishing Cancer, and that's a lot to take in. What does that mean? Buckle up, guys. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I think it's going to be a good time. But anyway, I'm going to pull up the chart for you folks, and I'm going to show you the degree breakdown. I'm going to make sure that you see these transits. I'll detail them a little bit, and then I'm going to send you on your merry way. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. I want to thank all of the new people coming into the community. Welcome to the Fire family. We stay lit, we focus on intention, and we live our best lives, man. This astrology is always going to change, so we're going to be proactive as opposed to reactive. And let's see. Ooh, wee. Pardon me. Let me animate my chart. Let me share my screen. And happy Aries season to everybody. This is springtime where I am. So we're experiencing new life. Today, on the 8th, we have the sun at 19 degrees of Aries. Our moon is waxing through Virgo. Once we hit the next sign in Libra, we're hitting that full moon, my friends. We've got Mercury direct. The retrograde is over, but we're still in this post-Mercury shadow retrograde phase. Mercury's at 26 Pisces today. We got Venus retrograde still at this moment at 24 Pisces. Like I said, this week that's going to end. We've got Mars at 26 Cancer, right at the back end. You've got Jupiter at 17 Gemini, Saturn at 25 Pisces. Uranus is in Taurus at 25 degrees. Neptune is at 0 degrees of Aries. And we have Pluto at 3 degrees of Aquarius. Oh my. And I mentioned the Black Moon Lilith. She's at 1 degree of Scorpio. Let's go ahead to the future, to the 15th of April, next Tuesday. And I hope you guys are enjoying these podcasts. We are so close to episode 100, and that's going to be an amazing milestone we're going to have to celebrate somehow. So next week, April 15, we have the sun at about 26 degrees of Aries. So this actually is the last full week of Aries, this week we're having right now. We'll have the moon somewhere around Sagittarius. We'll be waning at that point because we'll break that full moon. We'll have Mercury so close back to Aries. It's basically a Mercury Pisces week, my friends, as we're going through this post shadow, picking speed up again. You'll see Venus is direct, but she's still at 24. So Venus is really not moving much at all this week, guys. And Mars is at 29 degrees of Cancer, almost done with Cancer. Jupiter moves up 1 degree, Saturn moves up a degree, Uranus is sitting still, Neptune and Pluto are sitting still. But Lilith is moving up a degree too, kind of tightening up her square with Pluto. So that's a lot to take in. Let's break it down. I'm gonna run you guys through it. Aries season, Cardinal fire. Get excited. Hope you guys can feel the fire in this new start, this new energy. It's sometimes weird when a new part of you is being born and you're letting go of another part and you're in this liminal transient space. Aries is fresh and it's new, and it's okay to be confused or wonder or wander a little bit, okay? But I hope and I wish that everybody is finding their passions, their fire, their excitement, engaging with new things and finding what's sparking their interest. So this week, the sun does have some interesting conjunctions, like I mentioned. This week, for like 4 reasons, basically all the reasons I've listed, guys. This is a week of healing. The sun is going to cross over Chiron, which is the asteroid of healing. We're going to be confronting our wounds this week. Sun is energy, attention, and light. It's the spotlight, basically. And then you've got Chiron, your deepest core wounds. And more specifically, I mean, on top of this being very personal, whatever's going on in your life in your past, this theme has a lot to do with identity struggles, lack of confidence, lack of direction. So have some compassion, some grace for yourself, and allow yourself to revel in the mystery and know that you are not supposed to have everything figured out all the time. Also, remember identity is an illusion. I is an illusion, if you really think about it. Stop identifying with your problems. Choose a powerful identity, is what I have to say about the sun in Chiron. Plus, the sun is going to make a conjunction with Eris. It's going to bring the fight out of everybody. For the love of God and all that is holy, please don't fight against yourself. Work on life, work on growth, put pressure on the system. Don't put pressure on yourself. Okay? Stand up and do what's right. Eris is really far out, guys. Not many people really know about Eris because she's past Pluto. But Eris is the sister of Mars. She's about equality, inclusion, and fighting for what is right. So I think this is going to be a rejuvenating week, especially with our full moon in the sign of Libra. And I want you to know in the description down below, there's an extended breakdown for the full moon in Libra for all 12 zodiac signs. So the highlights I will give you today is that this full moon in the sign of Libra, the sign of peace this week, it's really going to kick off around Saturday, is going to bring new balance into our world. It's going to bring a deeper level of peace. Anything that interrupts that harmony, that equanimity, is going to be released and starting to unfold within our lives. This could look like releasing relationships we've outgrown. This could look like getting rid of stuff, different clothes, possessions, expressions, and bringing more beauty into the world. I think is the real highlight. Excuse me. In addition to this, you've got Mercury retrograde basically ending. While it is direct, we're still picking up speed. So take your time this week, slow down, work on organization, work on correctness, work on improving your patterns of speech. Mercury is in Pisces, it's conjunct Neptune, and it's kind of in between Saturn and Neptune. So while the Saturn part of it is going to add structure to the way we perceive and think and communicate, the Pisces plus the Neptune energy really has this vastness and this dreamlike quality. And I say that just to say, please revel in the mysteries. Please pay attention to your dreams. Please write down your dreams in your journal and pay attention to the messages you get from within yourself. Talk to your spirit guides, talk to your higher self, see what comes up, okay? Venus and Saturn are very close. They've been kind of hand holding for a minute now. And Venus retrogrades last about 40 days. And this is an opportunity for us to reevaluate some things within our life, whether that's love, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, daily habits, very personal things will come up in the Venus retrograde. Pardon me, I just mute myself. I don't know why I'm coughing so much, but basically, the Venus retrograde near Saturn is about building real bonds and having real self-worth. Frankly, Saturn has a delaying effect. Sometimes it's rejecting and says no. The conversation this week might be about things that we used to love dying off in our life, which can be kind of somber and sorrowful. So this week is healing and take care of yourself and pour extra love in you and maybe go buy yourself some roses for this Venus Saturn conjunction. On a more positive note, this is about integrity, stability, real bonds. So let's get rich, let's get prosperous, and let's make some real love in life, okay? Mars in Cancer, this is a really interesting thing. And next week, you may already be able to see this because of the charts, but the sun will apply to a square with Mars. Mars has a lot of action coming up, okay, guys? Mars is almost done with Cancer. So this should give us a more direct way to express our energy. Mars in Cancer is very internal, it's very emotional, it's very sentimental, it's very gentle. If we're disconnected from our feelings, it becomes a very frustrating energy. But the best thing about Mars and Cancer is it will help us find a better rhythm. It'll help us come closer to people in our personal lives. But at the end of the day, we can't assert control over others. We got to make sure we're not looking outside of ourself for security. Our inner security is going to come from within. It's worth noting. That's what these archetypes are about. If you're looking for security outside of yourself, you're not looking in the right place. Okay. This conversation is going to be repeated over the next couple weeks. The next few themes, which really is Mars opposite to Pluto and Moon square, I'm sorry, Black Moon Lilith square to Pluto, is that there is going to be true emotional rebirth and a test of our willpower, a test of our self-control, a test of our strength, and anything that's holding us back from life, sovereignty, peace, it's going to need to be eliminated over these next couple weeks, okay? So I just say all this to say, I love you. I hope you guys are well. I hope you take care of yourself in these cycles and seasons and transitions. Be proactive. Know that the great work is never done. Attainment is an illusion. So my question for you is now, how can you enjoy the process of becoming as much as you would really enjoy the result? So with that being said, I leave you my peace. Blessed be. It's your host with the most, Mr. Meyer with the fire. Here to take the collective vibration higher. And our sole intention, Fire Family, is to reconcile all paradox with love and truth. And I love you. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.